Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly give some basic informations for yourself to develop a very clear spiritual practice with the meditation. So when it comes to yourself, always you have to remember whatever you practice, you have to be very clear with the technique. So that's why every day we bring different interpretations and at the same time informations for yourself to become very clear. Because if we have a very personal conversation, person to person, then we no need like that. But somehow, you have to remember our primary mental object is inhalation, exhalation. So then you focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area and allow your inhalation, exhalations to happen itself. So when it comes to breathing meditation, so there are many kinds of breathing meditation. Some people keep counting and holding the breath, maintaining the breath. They do different exercise with the breathing. But this one is not like that. Here, when it comes to the contemplate on the inhalation, exhalation, which we call the anapanasati. So what we do here, just observe and allowing your inhalation, exhalations to happen itself naturally. And then when you observe it without visualizing, without any imagination, without any kind of preconditioned mind. Simply with the sensation, you follow the sensation, you become aware about the sensation and follow the inhalation, exhalation. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again, just keep practice from the beginning. So that is tranquility level of meditation. And then by the time you can slowly settle down your mind. So there are two mental practice. One is called tranquility meditation, and other one called the vipassana meditation. So the vipassana meditation is deeply, thoroughly, you develop your critical, analytical understanding regarding the perception. But the thing is, before that, for most of us, we need the tranquility mind. So tranquility, why? Because otherwise our mind get disturbed out of something, or if the mind is not clear, so then out of unclear mind, we can't observe. So that's why it's always very important to develop the tranquility state. So when it comes to samadhi, what is this samadhi means? So there are many ways that people try to explain samadhi, tranquility state. So one is resting your very mind rather than thinking, going here and there, rumination, dreaming, visualization, doing any kind of, without doing any kind of creativity. Just resting your very mind is called samadhi. And another one, free from desire and disconnect with the regard to the world, free from the desire and disconnect regard to the world and to the mind. What is this? To the mind means sometimes we are thinking ourselves. We are attached to the mind, thoughts. So if you are capable to be free from the desire, why this? Because sometimes rather than becoming free from the desire, we are mostly filled with the desire. We are always look towards something. So that's why samadhi means tranquility state, mean another way, free from the desire. And other thing is the regarding the world with the eye object, ear object, nose object, tongue object, body object, mind object. Rather than go towards that, just settling down. So that also called samadhi. And another one, another meaning of samadhi called concentration. So you concentrate yourself towards something. You can have any kind of mental object, but here the very behavior or the character of the mind, your mind concentrate towards something. But most of the time, some people think this is very misunderstanding. Your primary mental object not going to take you to tranquility state. Just as example, breathing. Or maybe candlelight. Or the cloud or the sky. Or the moon. Or water. So kind of like you can take any mental object. So as example, this bottle of water, that bottle I can make it kind of like a mental object and keep focus to that. But remember, this bottle of water not going to make me tranquilize. So then sometimes people think the breathing itself tranquilize the mind. No, always you have to direct yourself and you have to put the energy on the mind. And always you have to guide your mind to concentrate towards your primary mental object. So don't depend on your primary mental object. Always remember, keep the awareness towards your mind. So there's a concentration. And the next one, tranquility state means, or the samadhi means, one-pointedness of the mind. So one-pointedness. So that means once you have the primary mental object, you become very limited only for that primary mental object. If you have many thoughts, you cut down that all, you disconnect from that all, you stay with whatever one single primary mental object. So then whatever around you, you don't put the attention to that. Even though you can see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, feel it, you don't put the attention. So then by the time, in the beginning, it may kind of like a very difficult. But by the time, if you train it little by little, then the mind starts to settle down. So you can focus to one thing. And then when it focus to one thing means, what does that mean? You become very disciplined with the mind. That is the important part. Because we can be disciplined with the body. Just imagine in front of other people and in a public place, we can behave very nicely. In front of the camera, we can behave very nicely. But how about our mind? Our mind can go wild. Even we are so calm, relaxed, comfortable. It's kind of like looking innocent and good. But the mind can go. So that this one-pointedness of the mind make you very disciplined person. Another one is the composing. You compose the mind towards the primary mental object. And another one called this samadhi, or the tranquility state of the mind, unification of the mind. What does that mean? Unification of the mind means you unified and bring everything together. So whatever the thoughts arising and in your mind, you keep it to one place and settle down with it. And you can have many thoughts, but still you divert that all the thoughts towards the primary mental object. Another meaning of samadhi, the mind perfectly put together, perfectly, not half, perfectly put together. Why? Because our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and always take our mind here and there with the objects. And then at the same time, our mind go to the past or the future. So now you perfectly put together into one primary mental object. So this is very important, perfectly. So not half. And sometimes that's why your awareness is important. And sometimes when you have very lethargic, lazy, sleepy mind, or maybe when you have doubt, disturbed mind. So what happened? You can't put your mind perfectly towards the primary mental object. So that's why always you have to remember the very behavior and the condition of the mind. So another meaning of the samadhi is being undistracted. So that means whatever your conscious decision, you stay with that. And then maybe whatever you hear, smell, taste, feel, see, so you don't get disturbed. You always become settled down with your consciousness decision. And another meaning is you are fully present moment. Whatever you see, hear, smell, taste, feel, so then you be with it. And another meaning, the very deep sense of calm of your mental contentment. So with the mind you are contained. So with the mind you have the ability to settle down. You don't need the object from outside the world. But look ourselves, our happiness mostly depend on the outside objects. So that's where we go. That's why we think. And what happened when we try to find the happiness from outside objects, in that very moment we become a prisoner, we become a debtor to that object. So that's why very deep sense of calm, of mental contentment. So in that way, you become free from all the primary, that you become free from all the mental objects that from the outside. So then you're not going to become biased to anything. And another meaning of the samadhi, cultivation of embodied present. So you can cultivate it by the time, little by little, little by little. You can develop it and be completely into the present moment. As a whole person, not just a part of you. So when you come to that kind of moment, you tuning to the very different level of vibration or the frequency. Because most of the time, our mind connected with some other things, and even though we interfere with the present moment. But if you are capable to embody that with your body and mind completely 100% to the present moment, then you're going to become very different person. And other thing is, samadhi means settling back to the origin of the mind, the very nature of the mind, rather than looking towards something. You settle down with yourself. No desire-based thoughts. You itself become comfortable with the mind. So this all meanings try to explain the very behavior and the nature of the tranquility mind. So it is very important for you to understand that. So if you miss this and go back again to from the beginning, and then start to listen and become very carefully, try to understand step by step. This all, there are many other, but for now, we take only these things, and so try to understand the very, very nature of the tranquility mind, because then when you start to practice, it will help you. And once why you have to have tranquility mind. So now you know what is the nature of the tranquility mind. Then we go, why you have to have tranquility mind. So if you don't have the tranquility mind, what will happen? So just imagine just the ordinary person. No idea about meditation. This is the thing. The very conventional level, our very behavior, this go with the perception. So what is the meaning of the perception? So meaning of the perception, so what are the perception means? So whatever we perceive through our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind as objects, this all perception. The very nature of the mind, the perception means framing the experience. So inside your mind, you frame it. So as example, when you see something, what happened? You frame that. You categorize it. You divide it. When you hear something, you frame it. When you smell something right away, you categorize it, frame it. When you taste something right away, you frame it. So framing the experience called perception. So if you don't have a tranquility mind, what happens? Mostly, your concept or the believing, following, or the whatever that you know about the world, whatever you learn, whatever you believe about something, come to the moment and it very condition the very moment of your experience mind. Your previous experience or your previous knowledge come to the present moment and it conditions your present moment of experience. That is where you frame it. And once you frame, you become very limited. When you keep framing, what happens? You become very good at doing framing. And then it makes you a very narrow-minded person. And then you see, hear, smell, taste, feel. So whatever good or bad, right or wrong, it doesn't matter. Whatever you start to go with that, your framing mind, and then you feel so comfortable. Why? Because what you do is coming from inside you, and it makes you so comfortable, and you feel it kind of like things work the way you want. So that is the very nature of the conventional life. Remember the very reality of life. Things never going to happen the way we want. Why? Because the thing is, there is no way that whatever we know, it already come from our past experience. So then when we precondition our mind with our past experience, that means we already decide it should be like this. But it's not going to happen like that. So then, once you know that, what happens? You become free from your own conditioned mind. But you can't do it just by thinking. Why? Because thinking also itself a very bright byproduct of our own past experience. So that's why you have to bring another skill to the moment. Rather than go with the thinking, you have to bring the awareness. So the awareness always brand new. Remember that. You can't bring yesterday awareness to today. The awareness is the key that you can access to the present moment, not your thoughts. So then when you are capable to brush up with it, rather than dropping the thoughts, you mastering awareness, and with the awareness you access to the present moment, then you can see things very clearly. So that clarity can take you to know what will happen in the future. So remember now, preconditioned mind, so that means your past experience, you use and think and condition your mind, and then you imagine it should be like this. But there is no such a thing like that. It's not going to happen. It always makes you disappointed, unhappy, sad, worried, frustrated. And that is where the anxiety, depression happens. But if you use the awareness, what will happen? So the awareness may take you to the present moment, and it will show you very clearly what is happening. Once you know that, you are capable to see what will happen in the future. See that you have another way to access to the future. So then there is another way to access to the past also. How? Because once you become very clear with the present moment, you are capable to see how things come to be as they are. When something happens, you know why it happens. It is not come out of your thinking. It come out of your awareness. So that is a different way of understanding. But always remember, it is very important to make you free from this framing mind. So the present moment, or the samadhi, or the tranquility state, will help you to get out of this framing mind. Because once you have the tranquility state, you come to a very peak level of awareness, and you are not biased to your own thoughts. And in that point, our purpose is not to settle down with it. Our purpose is go deeper into and see what is the very reality. What is the true nature of this all? So in this ordinary level, we can't go into that deeper level. So why? You have to have a very different kind of a skillful mind to go into that level. Why? The very reason is this. This everything around us very quickly change. Just for a weak mind, you can't catch it. Everything changed so fast. And it's a kind of like that the change, it's continuous. It's not change happened very fast and drop down, slow down, and it's not like that. It's continuously happening. There is no stop sign, stop moment. Because of that, what happens, whatever the perception come to our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, we feel it kind of like a concrete, unchangeable solid. For the moment, of course, it look like solid, but it is not like that. This everything fundamentally liquid. This everything fundamentally vibrate. Look at our body. It look like strong, and when you touch it, your bones, your muscles, you feel this is strong. But head to toes, this entire body vibrate, and it's everywhere in your body. It's liquidity. 70% of this body carried by the water, and everything changing. Entire body. Every 7 to 8 years, completely change in and out. All organs become brand new. It's not overnight. It's completely changed like that. And another reason why we can't see this change, because we are not aware about it. We have more other important things in our day-to-day life to focus. Who's going to focus to this change? And what's the point? What is the benefit we gain? It's better I work for something and then I can earn some money and have fun. And I go here and there and I do this and that, and then I enjoy life. What's the point focusing to this change? So like that, our attention is not there. So then when your attention is not there, you're not going to see it. So that's why we can't see this deeply, thoroughly. Another thing is, when it comes to things, and it look like settled down, the most of them, the house, the walls, and everything, it's kind of like a settling down. And everything would look like separated. And everything itself exists without connected to something else. So because of that, we believe, oh, I also separated. I also exist from other things. And I am not connected to anything. My limit is my skin. And that egocentric, self-centered mind separate us. And with these machines and technology also empower that separation. And why? Because, self-driving cars and self-saving robots and self-guiding, all these machines telling us, oh, without you, I can do this. I don't need you. Now I can do myself. But deeply, this everything interconnected. The very fundamentally, if you look very carefully, you are living in a huge bubble. And that's why sometimes this scientists, when they go far away from this earth, when they look at this earth from far away, it's look very tiny dot. It's look like one dot. There's no separation like that. But for us, it's not like that. We always think, we always like to draw the lines. We always like to compare. And we always like to separate. We always like to find our own place as the epicenter of the universe, not others. We always think what I know and what I see and what I have is the best. So like that, we categorize. And because of that, what happens? We are the one who disconnect from the truth, or we are the one who disconnect from the reality. So the tranquility mind you need to get access to this deeper level of flux or the connection. Otherwise, with this busy mind, with this crazy, not the only busy, it's a crazy busy mind, it is very difficult for us to understand that. So once you have this tranquility state, so you can go deeper, and that when you go deeper into that, you have to have a very disciplined mind to focus and have the awareness. And not only that, you have to have the very critical analytical understanding. So if I bring an example, it's kind of like the duck. So the duck on the surface level is like a tranquility mind. So the duck on the surface level, very calm, quiet, and you can't see it paddling. You can see it smoothly, the duck floating on the water. But when the duck go under the water, it's like crazy. It's paddling and give 100% of the energy, effort to keep moving. And no any part of the body resting when the duck under the water. So like that, vipassana means tranquility state means you are duck like on the surface level of the water, calming down, composing, undisturbed mind. It's unification of the mind, tranquilizing the mind, and bringing the concentration, and you become fully present, and you have the very contentment with the mind. So like that, it's a sound very nice. But the vipassana is not like that. So the vipassana is kind of like you go under the water, and like that duck, use all the body parts and paddling. So like that, you deeply, thoroughly observe each and every moment of your inner experience. Introspection. You go deeper into yourself and see when there is a thought arise, why this thought arise, in what condition that thought arise. In that very moment, what is the condition of your mind? What is the very background of that thought? So like that, you observe your own mind. And then that thought change. And then another thought come, and then the background also change. In that very level, what you understand, according to the very condition of the body and mind, this moment by moment, whatever the thoughts arise, going to change. And then the deeper, then you see kind of like mental fabrications, mental formations. There are some kind of thought patterns that deeply hold it to yourself, and that thought pattern regularly bringing this kind of thoughts, no reason. And you have no idea how this kind of thoughts came to me. And you have no idea why I think like this. Just think about yourself. And when you like something, why you like it? From where it comes? What is the reason for that? Have you ever thought about it? When you see the donut, why you like donut? Muffin? Oh my goodness. If I don't eat the muffin, that's the end of the world. So people like that. But, so you have to think, why I like this? From where this come? From where this current arise? So like that, you investigate deeper, deeper, deeper. And when you investigate like that, then you recognize maybe you, as I mentioned, you used to framing your mind. Oh, eating donut is good or so sweet. And eating muffin is so good. And so now your entire body react to that. And this is not good, that is not good. So like that, we condition our mind. So that you maintaining conditioned mind is our conventional life. So you can keep doing it. Where the end? There is no end. You can keep doing, keep going, keep going, keep going. You can enjoy, you can enjoy. But whatever happens there, it's not going to be there. What will happen? Only thing is the very repetition start to move forward, and it is speed and it empower, it strengthen the ability of repetition. That is the only thing happens. Then you move fast towards that, the whatever the desire. And then when you move fast, 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 by the time what happened? Sometimes whatever you want, right away it's not going to be there, then you get mad, disappointed, unhappy. You just give something every day for your children. Whatever they ask, right away give to them, right away give to them. By the time what will happen? When there is a day come for you, when they ask something, if you can't give, they get so mad. Why? Because now they used to receive when they ask, receive when they ask. And then they can't understand when you say, wait a moment, wait till tomorrow, wait till next week, wait till next month. They can't understand. How to wait? I don't know. So like that, your mind the same. When you framing, and condition, now heap up this whole bunch of thoughts, mountain of thoughts you carry, and maintaining that all your past experience, believing it as life is what we experience. But it is not like that. Each and every moment you are capable to drop that, unplug that, everything that you experience. You can be a very brand new person to this moment. You can have a quantum leap. So what is the quantum leap means? Quantum leap means whatever keep happening, normally our day-to-day life means whatever keep happening, we just keep continue the same way. But quantum leap means you take a very brand new, completely different method without thinking twice. And it shifts yourself to a very different level. Look at yourself. And we just came to this world with the naked body, empty hand, and no hair. So like that, we can't walk, we can't talk, we can't do anything. We can't recognize, we don't understand anything. We didn't talk any language when we were born. But look today, what happened to us? And how we learn these things? By the time, little by little, we master that. And driving, like, when I come to America, I didn't drive. I don't know how to drive. But here, I had to learn it. So then now I can drive. But before, I didn't know how to do this. So like that, in this very moment, if you think regarding yourself, your own mind, keep away that whatever you know, that whatever the lifestyle that you know, keep away a little bit. And there are million methods around you. You can have a very brand new way of life. Can you access to that? Sometimes people even can't understand. You can do like that. You can get out of this everything and become completely a very brand new person. You don't need to change physically. What you need to do? Change mentally. Get out of this mind. Your framing, preconditioned mind. And be a very brand new person. And completely have a very different kind of lifestyle. And make it profitable for you. Uplift yourself and go into a very brand new, different way of frequency. And otherwise, just what we do, we just keep repeating the same thing in day-to-day life. But you are capable. How you know that you are capable maybe to get into a very different level of life? So then, as a human beings, you have that opportunity. So why you can't do this? Because our preconditioned mind, this is the very nature of this framing mind. So that's why the samadhi or the tranquility state give you that opportunity to get out of that framing mind, and the very vipassana level make you completely different person, and it take you to a very different shift, a different level, frequency. Is kind of like a quantum leap. You completely get into a different world. Why? Because now we think everything solid. Oh, everything separated, the structure, and nice, this kind of like that. But in that very level, it's kind of like a very solid something you start to see through the microscope. What happens? That the structure disappear. And then it get into a very different level of world. So like that, around you, especially within inside your mind, you can change that. So remember, whatever the life that you believe, it's already you experience it. Nothing wrong with that. Keep it. You appreciate it. You pay your gratitude to that. Because it brought you so far in this life. And you pay your respect to that. You don't criticize anything or anybody or whatever happened to you. You accept it. You appreciate that. But in this very moment, you can take a very brand new way of life. So look into that and give a try. One moment. Settle down one moment and give a brand new one moment to yourself. And then again and again, repeat it. So then by the time, what will happen? You are capable to expand that very duration and the capacity of that brand new moment you experience. You are capable to hold it to that newness for a long period of time. And in that very moment, your inside deeper, your mind become very brand new mind. So in that very level, the greed, hatred, and the delusion disappear, or the slow down, or minimize, or become weaker. Why? Because the greed, hatred, or the delusion always come when we compare something to past or the future. But that newness, you don't have it. So give a try, access to that, practice it. You can gain this by practicing. So listen again and again and again, make it very clear, write it down, and then learn how this structure work, and give a try. You can do it. And then you will experience something new rather than repeating this painful, tired, miserable life, what we had. But once you come to the newness, all that misery, sadness, worry, disappointment, fear, you will appreciate as blessings. Why? Because that everything push you to do this practice. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. Your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. And take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So bring attention to the inhalation, exhalation, and observe how the inhalation, exhalations happens. Don't disturb to its natural process. And by the time head to toes, see this how the body absorb this inhalation, exhalation, and the entire body inhale, exhale, moment by moment. So keep observe that, do nothing extra. So bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. Your backside. Your left side. And your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi. Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjisami. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.